Up+Adam.
Tractor systems are offline.
We are Beyond FM.
Beyond FM.
The future of broadcasting is here.
Up+Adam with Adam Montiel. It's community content from Concentrate. It's Up+Adam with Adam Montiel.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Yes, some say life is just where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
Tuesday, let's go. Thank you so much for being Up+Adam. My name is Adam William Montiel. You know, every Thanksgiving morning in Paso, before most of us even roll out of bed, there's a quiet transformation happening at Centennial Park. A community literally comes alive. Volunteers fire up ovens early, turkeys getting prepared by the dozens, and the space turns into a full-on restaurant for the day. It's not a food line. It's tables, real servers, hosts, and a warm meal served with dignity to anyone who needs it. Later in the show, we're going to talk to David Kudija, also Jimmy Purdy, two of the many hands who help keep this incredible tradition alive in Paso. We'll talk about the woman who started it all back in the mid-'80s, Mildred Wilkins, and how her simple act of cooking for a few has grown into over 1,500 Thanksgiving meals a year. This is community. This is legacy. And this is one of the most beautiful things Paso does. Thanksgiving for Paso Robles. Stick around the story. It's going to hit you right in the heart. First, like I promised yesterday, holiday articles all around. And it has been 40 years since Teddy Ruxpin blew kids' mind. I remember that as a kid. Talking, reading stories from a little cassette he put in his back. So now let's see how far we've come. Foul-mouthed AI toys could be a big issue this Christmas. It's the first year a ton of popular toys will have built-in AI as features. A nonprofit called Public Interest Research Group released its 40th annual Trouble in Toyland report. In the past, they focused on things like choking hazards, but they say AI is emerging as a new threat to look out for. They tested a bunch of toys that use AI to have full-on conversations with kids. Some of the conversations, not exactly PG. Quote, we found some of these toys will talk in depth about sexually explicit topics. They'll also offer advice of where a child can find matches or knives, act dismayed when kids say they have to leave. In other words, there's no way to tell what an AI toy might talk about. And it might even pressure your kid to keep playing even when they say that they're done. That's super creepy weird. One toy they tested even recorded for extra 10 seconds after the kids stopped talking. So obviously there's some privacy issues there too. They didn't call out specific products to avoid. They just said, you really got to be careful with these AI toys in general. God, never thought of that, huh? Back in the day, man. All right, this isn't a new trend, but it's crazy how it's changed. If you're putting a real Christmas tree up this year, you are one of the few people who go to the trouble these days. A survey by the American Christmas Tree Association found fake trees, they're now the norm. And it's not even close. 83% of people planning to put up a tree this year will use a fake one. Just 17%, or 1 in 6, will buy a real one. Fake trees have been the preferred option for over a decade now. Real ones just keep losing more and more ground. Quote, the data confirms that artificial trees have become the standard in American holiday decorating. They say the main reason, cost, convenience, also safety. You can reuse the same tree, which is obviously why people do it. You don't have to deal with the pine needles everywhere. And there's a lower chance of your tree catching on fire, burning your house down. They don't have the smell. It's the smell. You got to capture that scent. Speaking of trees, our friends at Salinas Ranch, you can go there, you can cut them down. They're giving us another tree for the breaking and entering family this year. So we are still fans of the real Christmas tree here on Up+Adam. But I get it. We thought about it, but it's still nice to have a real tree. All right, what do you say we get into our chat? Want to meet Jimmy and David? Hidden in the back corner of a plaza in Atascadero is a woman practicing wellness alchemy. She is my skincare speakeasy queen. Life Elements is where you can walk in, see Martha whipping stuff up in real time. Who knows? Maybe she'll even whip something up and send you out with it. A bug spray you didn't know you needed, a lotion, a stick. Everything there is small batch, cruelty-free, and made with real healing in mind. I'll tell you, this stuff works. It's as simple as that. In addition to their spot in Atascadero, you can shop their products at the Hive in Arroyo Grande, the General Store, Paso, and of course, lifeelements.com. Check them out, 7425 El Camino Real, Suite O, that back right corner of the plaza. And when you're at lifeelements.com, use that promo code Adam. Save 15% off your cart, and it lets them know that you heard them on Up and Adam.
It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
All right, they're not chefs. They are not caterers. They're just two guys who, along with a whole team of volunteers, show up every year to make sure no one in Paso goes without a place to eat on Thanksgiving. David Kudija has been carving turkeys for this event since the 90s. And today he helps lead the steering committee behind this massive operation. Jimmy Purdy, local business owner, Shiftin Gears Auto Repair in Paso, a broadcaster himself, hosting Gearhead Radio on KPRL, also got his own podcast. Together they represent what happens when community, tradition, and service all show up in the same room. This isn't about food. It's about dignity. It's about connection, about community, and it's about a town that takes care of its own. So welcome to the show, David, Jimmy. Thanks for being Up and Adam. Glad you're here.
You as well, man.
Happy to be here.
It's great to meet you, David.
Pleasure.
I don't know if you heard me on yesterday's show, but I did not know how to say your last name, my man. How do we say your last name?
Kudija.
Kudija. And tell me a little bit about that last name. Where's that from?
Czechoslovakia.
Cool. Do you ever go back there or like learn that?
Actually, we were back there this last summer.
That's
My
cool.
daughter is a teacher in Spain, and she did the research, found the town my family came from. And we went back there, and my son from Ohio joined us and had a great couple of weeks.
What was that like? What did that like to feel inside? To be on some soils that your ancestors were on. No matter how far back it was.
My father was born in Milwaukee, but all of his older brothers and sisters were born in the old country.
Yeah,
and it was just very interesting to learn about life there and what had gone through. Of course, Middle Europe, all kinds of history.
My gosh. I am so looking forward to hearing about this event, Thanksgiving, Centennial Park. We're going to get into the magnitude of this event in a second. But this event really started with pots, pans, and really a prayer, right?
Exactly.
Literally, Mildred Wilkins believed the Lord will provide. And somehow, year after year, the community showed up. The food showed up and the love showed up. So, David, when you look around at Thanksgiving morning, smoke in the air, potatoes getting peeled, turkeys getting sliced, what part of that scene stops you every year and reminds you, this is really holy work here?
Well, first, let me be clear. That's how it started. We're not peeling potatoes anymore. We've
got more efficient with it.
Well, Mildred, in her 20 years, she got up to about 450 meals she was serving. Now we're at about 1,500. So there needs to be some economies there to make that happen. But yeah, she would show up with bags of potatoes and bags of onions, and people would be peeling and dicing onions and making it all really from scratch.
What do you think Mildred would say right now if she could look through Centennial Park today and see what this has become?
I think she would feel really blessed because what she started has continued and grown. This will be our 41st year of this event.
Let's talk about what's going down. This is Thanksgiving dinner for really anyone who needs it.
I like to say it's for anyone with either a financial or social need.
Yeah.
We've had calls from guys, I got divorced this year. I really want to be with someone. And we welcome and find a job for them to do and put them to work. And
sure.
And have them enjoy the community.
Give them some community. Yeah, sometimes that's even more needed than a dinner,
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Jimmy Purdy, it's great to see you, my man. How you been?
Yeah, really good. Real good, man. Life's great. It's good to be back. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too.
It's always fun hanging out, man.
It really is.
You bring me back, your voice just brings me back to when I was 16 years old, driving around my first car, listening to Up and Out in the morning.
Stop it. Are you joking me?
No, I'm not joking, man.
What was your first car when you were 16?
1984 GMC S15. with Euro tail lights. That was my first upgrade.
Dang,
you gotta have a clear upgrade. The clear lenses.
Gotta have a clear upgrade.
And I remember waking up in the morning and always calling in trying to be up in that, and then people would call me. I think we said this a long time ago. Every time I get a call at 8 in the morning, I'm like,
the cell phone salute.
Yeah, this is Jimmy. I'm up and out in the morning. People are like, what? Who's this?
Yeah, I love that, dude. What a great story. Now, you're the one that initially introduced us to David. What is your tie-in here with this great event?
I was volunteered. So I've been volunteering for the third year now, and part of the flow team, which is I think the most fun part of the whole event. So all the dishes got to be sanitized and cleaned and put back in the service because there's only so many plates that can go around. So I've been helping the guy Jim. Oddly enough, Jim was the lead of that team, and he stepped out this year and nominated me to take over the flow team position to lead that team. So here I am.
And this literally is taking Centennial Park and turning it into a bona fide restaurant.
It's a full-on restaurant, yeah.
Service, servers, a whole flow. It's really...
I don't have decades of seeing the evolution.
Yeah.
But walking in the first time, I was blown away about like, this is a full-blown restaurant. And then you have the takeout order in the back, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on, right? With like everything that's going on. And the food's real food. It's not... in box food, it's like real food, good food. It tastes good, right? And all the volunteers are like, "Oh man, we want a plate. We want a plate, right?" And that's like one of the things is trying to get a plate at the end because it's usually, 1,500 plates of food. That's a lot of food.
Some could think, you're spending some of your Thanksgiving away from your family and your regular pattern to do something like this. But what we've learned with our Breaking and Entering Christmas is like, no, man, like this is literally the magic of Thanksgiving and the magic of community. You're lucky enough just to catch that at Centennial Park for those 2 hours. That's got to be really, really heavy and really valuable.
I think you nailed it on the head. 'Cause I get that question a lot. You're doing it on Thanksgiving. What about you? Like, well, this is what you're supposed to do, isn't it? Right? Mm-hmm. And what am I going to do? Go watch football on the couch, like, or get in my wife's way while she's trying to cook food, right? Like, get out of the house, right? It's noon. Like, what are you doing at noon on Thanksgiving? You have the day off, and like, what better way to celebrate a holiday like that than like to give back?
Yeah.
Right. And then you can have your holiday on a different day.
David, look, there's something uniquely beautiful about sitting down with strangers at table and sharing a meal. And for many, this is the only Thanksgiving that they'll get, and they're treated like VIPs here. So what does it mean to you to have this event, which really isn't just a meal, it's a moment of dignity, restaurant-style service, and really being seen?
Yes, being seen. I'm thankful that we can put this on for those that are really needy.
Yeah.
And man, you just gave me an idea that this year I'm going to go sit down at a table with, we have eight per table, and I'm just going to slide into one and enjoy dinner with them and listen to the conversation.
Yeah.
I've never done that, but
that's cool. That'll be a blessing.
That's a cool thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, you just thought of that. I don't know what I said. That's really cool. That just kind of spurred that.
Well, that's what it's supposed to start with, right? And it's kind of like owning a business too. Like you get so wrapped up in like the day to day, you forget like the people you're helping. And sometimes you just need to go walk in front of someone and like shake their hand, like, "Hey, thanks for coming in and choosing us to do business," right? And it's like that's kind of what it is, right? The whole thing is based on the fact of enjoying that. And he has so many fires going on all day long during the event. Didn't get a chance to kick back. Like, man, let everybody else take care of it and go enjoy what you've created.
Yeah.
Right?
David, you said that you started this because you wanted to learn how to carve turkeys better.
Well, I didn't start it. That's how my first involvement.
That's why you got involved.
You're right.
Right. So you got involved because you wanted to learn how to carve turkeys better. You're so humble.
We came to town in 1990. This had started in 1984.
Yeah.
And after we were in town a few years and heard about it on the radio and all, I said, well, I think I'll go check that out. And it would have been 93, the dinner. I went and carved turkeys, and my wife took our 2-year-old and our 8-month-old in a car carrier and went and delivered meals. and I sat in the kitchen carving turkeys, and I learned to do it pretty well.
I bet you could probably carve up a turkey in about under a couple minutes now, huh?
Well, I was in Ohio at my son and with my grandkids last week, and last Saturday he did a Thanksgiving dinner for us because he couldn't come out this year.
Yeah.
And I gave him some turkey carving tips.
Let me know these turkey carving tips. We've been talking about Thanksgiving, on the show a little bit, and we will as it approaches. What are you're looking at this turkey, how do you face it? Where do you begin? I know we don't have anything in front of us for you to kind of get hands-on, but what are some tips that someone listening right here, we want to carve up the bird the right way. What do we do?
Well, what I do is I take off the drumstick, the wing, and the thigh on one side. And then I kind of roll the turkey over so it's leaning on the drumstick from the other side. And then I cut off the whole breast. Instead of trying to slice the breast on the bird, I take the whole breast off. And then you can put that on a plate and carve it nice against the grain.
Yeah.
And then I kind of roll it over to the other side and do the same thing on the other side.
That's pretty cool. You get way more meat out of it that way, I imagine. It's more efficient than I feel like sometimes when I just try and have it face up, face down, right, and I'm just trying to go at that breast, I'm always missing a ton.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's tenderness too.
Yeah.
Always against the grain,
Always against the grain.
That's a tri-tip tip right there too.
Yeah. How is this event, David's, shaped, your family, not just your holiday, but the way that you kind of live the rest of the year, and what does it fill you up with?
I was talking with someone just yesterday, and when my son, who's now 35, got to be 5 or 6, I guess, he was able to join Cub Scouts, and I was a scout as a youth, but I went through his whole scouting career, and I'm still a registered assistant scoutmaster in his old troop. But one of the things that we taught the youth there was servant leadership. And I really feel I try to bring that to this event. We have 7 areas, and we have someone who's in charge of each area. Jimmy said, well, I'm in charge of the flow team. But we have to put food on plates. We have to take care of the kitchen. We have someone to take care of the dining room. We have someone to take care of the to-goes. And I'm a conductor with all of these, and my job is to make them successful in their area. And I work to serve them as they serve our guests.
This story is pretty cool because you didn't raise your hand to take anything over. I think if I got it right, you missed out on a meeting, and the next thing you were chairman, right? But you didn't walk away. So why do you think you said yes when you could have said no? But it was almost like a deeper call to something a lot bigger that made you stay and do this.
Well, I live life with my eyes open, and at events and all, I have a strength of being able to see, we got to take care of this over here, or this is happening. I can see around me, and I think that's a skill that someone in a leadership position needs to have, and it's something I'm good at, I'm comfortable doing. I'm not real comfortable with talking, but I am comfortable in keeping an event on track.
And the event's 41 years, but this is 30-something for you.
33.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Jimmy, you built, your business on integrity, charging fair prices, really investing in people, choosing the long road over the fast buck. And in an industry where a lot of people are like, we've talked about this. They're like, oh my God, a mechanic, my car, am I getting the fair price? Am I getting this? How does that same mentality that you and your wife have employed with Shifting Gears show up in how you support events like this, where profit doesn't drive the mission? It's really purpose that does.
It's all about community. Do what's right with the people, and the money comes second. I mean, that's you. If you do a good job, an honest job, the money always comes secondary. And sometimes you get lost in the money and put the money first, and then you lose the integrity part of it, right? But like what Dave's saying, like with having really good peripherals and being able to see what's going on, you learn that by donating your time, volunteering at events like this. A community event where you can go in and not have to worry about the almighty dollar. You realize what is really important, right? And and you're just doing it because you can just relax, right? Like, yeah, there's a lot going on and you're rushing around, but also you can take a step back and just relax a little bit, and you learn how to lead people. You learn what really motivates people when you take the money out of it. And this is a good event to do that because it's a full-on restaurant and it's really well organized, right? And you can see all the aspects of going on, and it's kind of wild to take a look around and say, wow, every single person here is not making $1 on a holiday, right? Like, because you talk about holiday pay and double time and overtime and all that stuff. Everyone's here not making $1, and everyone's happy to be here and hustling. It's cool, and that's the aspect of, I think, when it comes to like entrepreneurship that we miss. You have to servant leadership, right? Like he nailed it. That's what it is. And if you do it, people want to come back and do more business with you. And I'm still learning. Like, I'm young, but I see that, and I see the difference and how that's improved my business. And it's just that's what it's all about. The more community events you get out there, the more your network grows, and you get close to the people that matter, right? That are, you're doing it for the right reason, but they're coming to you for the right reason as well.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like sometimes people look at giving as like, this is what I do that's extra. But somewhere along the line, Jimmy, you must have figured out a moment where you realized giving back wasn't just extra. It's kind of essential for the kind of man, or in case your wife, the kind of woman, or the kind of people that we all want to be. Yeah.
It's like, what's your definition of success? Like, that's what really boils it down. What does it mean to be successful? Right? Is it $1 million in the bank account? Well, then why isn't it 5 million? Well, if it's 5 million, then why isn't it 10 million? See what I mean? It's like, the numbers are infinite, right? Yeah. So it's like, how far until you feel like that the level of success. Of course, you want to get your mortgage paid for, and you want to eat every day. Like, yeah, there's like essentials, but once you get past that struggle and that grind of, wow, man, I just want to go to the fast food restaurant and order anything on the menu, not just order off the value menu because that's all I have in my bank account. Like, I feel like once you get past that kind of area, it's like, well, now what? Now, why am I doing this? What's my purpose, right? And it's helping out as much as I can, right?
Let's talk about the who, what, where, when, why. David, this is from 12 to...
We serve from 12 to 2 at Centennial Park.
On Thanksgiving Day.
On Thanksgiving Day.
Do you need to sign up somewhere, have a reservation, or how does it work?
You only need to sign up if you want to volunteer to help us. If you want to eat, you just show up. Mm-hmm. And 12 to 2, beyond that, for those who are unable to drive and get to Centennial Park, we deliver meals. We also have a takeout window that opens at 3 for those who might not want to sit down with the community but still need a meal and want to come pick it up.
And do they come pick it up like just one for them, or do they say, hey, I got a family of 4 waiting back at home?
No, let us know how many they need, and we'll give them a bigger box.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. And then if you are someone who can't get out there, but certainly would love a Thanksgiving dinner with this kind of love attached to it, do you need to register for that? How do you know who these people are?
Call us and, let me get the number.
I can put the number in the show notes. So you don't have to give it out right now. Okay. But what we'll do is what you're listening to right now, we'll have this number in the show notes. Right. You just look at it, boom, copy it to your phone, and you can make that phone call. And do you need more volunteers? We're a week out of Thanksgiving. Do you need more business help? Do you need more donations? Do you need more restaurants you say, hey, I got this much food? I don't know. What do you need right now?
Jimmy needs more volunteers.
Yeah. He just says yes. The answer to that question was yes.
Yeah. We do need some more volunteers for the event, but beyond that, we're looking for some real special people. We have a steering committee that starts meeting in August. We meet every 2 weeks. And we're looking for a couple of strong people to join that committee with us to push the buttons and pull the levers and make this event happen. Specifically, we're looking for someone who is willing to put up their hand and saying that, I'll run the reheating of the food. We cook our food at the Culinary Academy, Paso Robles School's Culinary Academy.
On the east side over there?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
On Monday and Tuesday. And then that has to be reheated.
So you kind of par cook it, and then you get it to the event.
And then the sides we're making Thanksgiving morning in the kitchen there at Centennial Park. But all of the stuff that we have done at the Culinary Academy needs to be reheated. And we want someone that's willing to head that up and make that happen. Like I said, we have somebody in charge of each area. And we have someone doing it, but he said, I want to back up because I'm older and I want to.
We need some young blood in there.
That's right.
That's all good.
It's not a small task either, right? Tell how many pies you're picking up from Costco?
We are picking up 150 pies.
Oh, man.
150 of their big.
Yeah, they're big asses.
Is anybody available to pick up pies? I'm like, I can use my car or my truck.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
no, we need a trailer. I'm like, wait. Let's pull this back a little bit.
You're walking out of Costco, one of their flatbed dollies with that thing. Oh, my God.
Forklift, 2 pallets.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 pallets of pies. The first year
That's so cool.
The first year we bought them there, we sent a gal down and she loaded up one of those pallets and she had a fight to the checkout counter because everybody wanted to pull pies off her pallet.
These are sold. These are gone.
You've had some local love with the pies, though, right? Like Cider Creek has stepped in and sometimes some of these other spots?
Yeah, Cider Creek, must be approaching 10 years now. They have a number of pies that are sold but don't get picked up, and they've donated all those to us.
That's so cool. They got good pies. That caramel apple pie they do. Unbelievable. It was one of the first confections when I moved here in 2003 that I learned about because they were at that spot. Remember they were on the 46 and Vineyard back in the day.
Oh yeah, you're going way back.
I know.
True local.
Yeah. So, this is so cool what you guys are doing. If you want to come enjoy a community Thanksgiving and for whatever hardship, social, and if you have a real need, these folks want to be there for you. And the community is right alongside them. So you can show up Centennial Park 12 noon to 2 p.m. And we are still looking for volunteers and other folks,
yes,
too.
we are.
An hour or 2 hours, or what's the volunteer spots?
Yeah.
The time spots?
They're generally 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. Cool. All right, we're going to put all the links in the show notes. That phone number is right at your fingertips right now. Let's do some easy Thanksgiving chit-chat now. Jimmy, David, your favorite side dish on Thanksgiving Day. What do you like?
Side dish. Well, I love the mixed vegetables. I love the yams.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like both those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got to be yams. I think cranberry, I couldn't do it every day, but the cranberry, man. And it's got to be the cranberry in the can.
The can.
Jelly cranberry.
Just the grossest,
It just comes out, you hear the vacuum sound. When you see the ripples of the can on the side of it.
Right.
Like one can's good, but it's it's a special treat,
One kitchen smell that instantly takes you home,
the
David.
turkey.
Yeah.
The cooking of the turkey.
Yeah. What about you, Jimmy?
Man, can you pin it down to one thing? I would say probably the smell of a baking pie, like an apple pie. Man, that just anything with the cinnamon in it, it's just instantly holiday, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's August, right?
For real.
You smell the apple pie, you're like, oh, it smells like Thanksgiving.
David, one tool in the shop or the kitchen that you can't live without.
Oh, a knife. Sharp knife. You have a certain brand or a certain, are you sharpening it right before or what? Well,
you have a favorite knife?
No, I don't have a favorite. Well, I've got a favorite knife, but I don't know any brand on it.
Yeah.
I sit and watch TV and take the sharpening stone and use a method in the Boy Scout handbook.
Yeah. What is the correct way? Is it just blade out, that down, and how do you do it?
Well, about 30 degrees to the stone.
Yeah.
And a circular motion on each side.
I've been doing it all wrong.
Me too. I've been doing like a long stretch, like a long swoop.
Well,
circular, then you move up the blade or down you kind of
along the blade.
Yeah, cool. What's the kitchen tool for you that you can't? It's part of the repertoire.
Bottle opener? How about a wine key? No.
What about for your shop? Is there one tool in your shop that is just
oh, in this day and age, it's got to be the scan tool. You got to have a really good bi-directional scan tool. You know what I mean? One that can actually go in there and it's got the FCA compliance and all that stuff. So you can do the Chrysler. Without a scan tool, you're kind of lost.
There's one of my favorite chefs locally, a guy named Jensen Lorenzen. He used to do the Cast House back in the day, and he's just a fantastic chef, fantastic guy. He sent me this one dude who I think is actually local, but he makes these incredible pans, and he makes a spatula that he welds by himself, and it's like floppy, so you can, swish it around a pan and do all this stuff, but it's also really strong and it's great, really solid. I've had it for years and years and years, and I just was too,
I was gonna say spatula too.
Yeah,
because we have like 15 spatulas, but there's always one I go to. It's like the burner on the stove, right? Like you have your one burner
for
on the stove.
Sure.
Like it's the same as all the other ones.
You know
but
it
you're
so
like,
well.
I just like to use this one. Like why? It's the same as the other ones.
Exactly. So I broke the spatula recently.
They're not the same.
They're totally different.
I've got
their own personality.
A pancake recipe at home. The kids call them daddy cakes. I go to Ohio. They're called Chief cakes because my grandpa name is Chief.
Yeah.
But I've got the spatula at home that I use, and my wife would love to throw it out because it's old.
Right.
But man, it works great.
I love that. That's so cool. Well, you guys have been just awesome to talk to learn more about this. Please say that you'll come back next year. And if we need to talk in August, I don't care about talking about Thanksgiving in August, just so we can get more volunteers and get your team dialed in the right way.
Love to do it.
I'm blown away how this event is not more well known.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's only been 3 years for me, so that's a total of like, I don't know, was it 12 hours, right? Like, because it's only 5 or 6 hours a day for me that I'm there, so it's not that long. But you start telling people, hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Oh, I do this, Then like right now, I'm putting it on Facebook and social media. I'm getting a lot of messages. It's like, what is Thanksgiving for Paso Robles? Like nobody knows what it is.
Yeah.
Like how's this been around for 40 years and there's just not enough information about it, and not just a volunteer, but you go get a whole meal with seconds and a dessert, and it's a full-on meal.
Well,
like
not
there's
only
no reason.
that, but you can find love too.
That's true.
One of our volunteers, she put potatoes on a plate for 4 hours, and the guy next to her was putting sweet potatoes on the plate, and they kind of clicked, but they went their separate ways. And she lives in Templeton, and he lived in up near Monterey.
Yeah.
And next year he came back, and they put food on plates again. But,
those potatoes were good.
Must have been.
but before she left, she had a date.
I love it. That's a great story.
She came, but there's more. She came to our first meeting in August. She had a big rock on her hand.
No way.
They're engaged now to be married.
Yeah, well, the food's made with love then. That is so cool because they actually found it. Jimmy also has the Shiftin gears of the shop. Of course, we'll put links in there. But the Gearbox podcast. How's that going?
It's fantastic. We just got back from a big trip in Vegas for the SEMA show. I spent a lot of time at Apex, it's like right around the corner from the Apex Convention Center or from the SEMA Convention Center, but it's really more business casual than like the big burnout event that's going on SEMA. Anyway, got to sit down and talk to some really cool people. Lots of good information.
So you got some new content coming out.
Oh yeah, new content.
All right, cool.
All business, entrepreneurial stuff, and
then your KPRL show. This is every Saturday morning.
Yes, Gearhead Radio.
All right.
I just had Dave on last Saturday. We were talking about the event. Yeah, every Saturday at 9 a.m. It's live. What do you call it? Terrestrial.
Oh yeah, terrestrial. I mean, like you're on old school radio. Yeah.
AM radio.
FM radio. Yeah.
It's not dead. AM radio still on.
Does KPRL have an FM repeater yet or no?
It's on 99.3
okay,
FM. Cool.
I
don't know what the repeater is.
Well, I mean, it's like these AM frequencies. The FCC years back allowed them to have a FM repeater, and it wouldn't count against them as having, quote, another radio station. So a lot of AM stations, because for a while they were saying cars were not going to have them in there, this and that. A lot of AM radio stations would take advantage of having a repeater. So yours is on 99.3
cool. FM.
There you go. So you can listen to Jimmy's show.
Learn something new every day.
KPRL on both AM and FM. I'm sure you guys podcast it too.
Yes.
So very good. And we'll have to have you on again when we talk cars. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Great to see you, my man. David, it was a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you.
And cheers and happy Thanksgiving, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
All right, big thanks to both David, Jimmy, for coming on and sharing the story behind one of the most powerful traditions in Paso, Thanksgiving for Paso Robles. Got links to the show notes, also to Jimmy's spot, shiftinggears805.com. You can learn more about his podcast, all about Jimmy, and all the links you need to Thanksgiving for Paso Robles as well. All right, well, our breaking and entering Christmas, ready to go. Looking for that family now. So nominate a needy family, a family that has had an impossible year. Christmas just ain't in the cards for them. They're not even thinking about it. Stuff is just going on too much. Nominate them at AdamMontiel.com. Let us know what's going on. Montiel. AdamMontiel.com. Later today, you'll be able to hear me 5 o'clock, 5:30. I'm going to be on K News 98.5 with Scott Taylor in a show, Central Coast Spotlight. Looking forward to that. So you could do a little live radio stint as a guest on Central Coast Spotlight. Our breaking and entering Jingle Jam tickets are on sale. There's a couple little back-end tweaks I want to do, but if you search around, you go to my 805 Ticks, you can actually find it and purchase tickets. Now, I'm not quite ready. Everything's fine. I just want to make a couple tweaks to the back end, and then we'll put the link in the show notes and get you all dialed in, and we'll have a big release of that tomorrow. But some folks have already told me that they have found the link and even purchased tickets. So I got to be honest, it is up there, but I want to just make the full-on announcement when it is, all the little tweaks on the back end. As far like right now, it says it's going till 11. It's not going that late. So anyways, I want to make some back end tweaks, but much thanks to Paul Irving at Big Slow. Of course, my 805 Ticks. He's just a local guy who just is so plugged into the music scene here, and with what he and his team do with my 805 Ticks, it's just awesome. Just really appreciate all his help in this. It means a ton. Speaking of Jingle Jam, one of our Jingle Jam artists, Moonshiner Collective. Want to thank them for being Up and Adam. Original music on the show called Start Again. My friends at Tamber Winery for giving us the Tamber Lobro Studios. You can taste their world-class wines in the village of Arroyo Grande. Timbre, tamberwinery.com. Thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing to this podcast wherever you listen to it. If you are a local business who wants to get in front of our audience here, please reach out. Go to AdamMontiel.com. Got some really cool first-timer specials for getting in front of the audience here at Up and Adam. If you got a local business, let me know what's up. AdamMontiel.com. Just click that connect tab. Until tomorrow, I'm Adam Montiel. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for being Up and Adam.
Some say life's where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again. Let's start again. We'll start again. Let's start again.